Listen up, are you stuck right now in real estate? Do you feel like you're putting hour after hour, week after week in and not seeing any traction, any results, any success whatsoever? Well, if so, I made this video for you. I'm gonna show you exactly how to get unstuck in real estate. That way you can start to feel the traction and ultimately feel like this journey is worth it. And if you're new to the channel, my name is Tyler Roicki. I help people build income and wealth in real estate, and I run an international real estate team at eXp Realty. If you get any value whatsoever out of this video, all I'd ask is that support the video, like, comment, and you know what, hit that subscribe button because I wanna be able to continue to help and add value to you in the time ahead. And with that in mind, let's dive right into the video. So the reason that you're stuck and not going anywhere in real estate boils down to this. It's your mindset, it's your purpose. And stick with me, follow me, because I'm gonna give you some practical things you can go and apply, but it's so easy to stop at something as if we lack. But are we really taking initiative? That's a question that I want you to reflect and really consider. Are we really taking the initiative to do everything we could possibly do to move the needle forward in our business and our lives? Because oftentimes we're stuck doing the same old thing. Same old this, same old that, same old people, same old environment, same old activities. And fact is, if nothing changes, nothing changes. And so I'm gonna break down several things, actually 3 different things. And by the end of this, I firmly believe that you're going to be able to start to take action in a way that is going to get you unstuck. So follow with me, follow along. And the first of those 3 things that you're gonna wanna do to get unstuck is to change. When I say change, what I mean is this: we are creatures of habit. By default, we resist change. So it takes being intentional about it. It won't just happen unless we lean in and make it happen. So consider, what could you possibly change to put yourself in a better position? Have you changed your environment? Have you changed who it is that you're surrounding yourself with on a daily basis? Because it's so important. If you're not surrounded with the right people, if you're not in the right environment, you got a headwind blowing against you that's going to significantly make it harder for you to gain the kind of traction you want. What I mean is, you gotta be surrounding yourself with people who are on the journey you're on or further along on it, who are interested in helping you take these next steps forward. You don't want people that are clashing against you, that are holding you back, that are withholding information. No, you can't have any of that. You can't have negative people around you who don't believe in you, who don't support you. It's, you know, it's already hard enough as it is. We can't put ourselves in an environment where we're adding to that. So really consider, have you changed that environment? Have you changed who you're surrounding yourself with? Are you surrounding yourself with people that are as successful as you want to be, if not more? Because we will become who it is we surround ourselves with. We don't want to be the most successful person in the room or the only person that's on a journey towards growth and improvement. We've got to be around others who are. So consider that, but also consider, have you changed who you listen to? Like, what are you listening to? Are you listening to music or information or entertainment that's not serving you, that's not helping you improve and develop your mindset? Because that is so important. We can't have the wrong stuff going into our mind, because it's gonna affect the way we think. You could be listening to music, why not listen to something that you're gonna actually learn and have more of what you need to actually succeed in business and in life? What about the way you think? Have you changed the way you think? Because it was the thoughts up to this point in your life that got you exactly where you're at in life today. So if nothing changes, nothing changes. Who are you listening to? Are you listening to thoughts that are productive and positive, or is all you are hearing negative? Because it will make a difference. And have you changed how you move? Because if you wanna create a different situation in life, you've got to move differently than you have up to this point. It's not the same level of activity that's gonna get you to where you wanna go. There's gotta be more activity, more of the right activity. And have you changed your habits? Have you changed what it is that you do on a daily basis? Because we are creatures of habit, and it's so important that we build the right habits into our lives that are, going to really set us up to move in the direction we want to go in life. And that takes us to the second of the 3 things that you're going to want to do to get unstuck. So first is change. Second is your habits. So we've got to reprogram our mind and move in alignment with it. Because if you're not getting traction in real estate, if you're stuck, I promise you, this is so essential. So first thing is going to help us improve our mindset. Second thing is the habits, because are you taking care of your mind? Sometimes it's going to require that we move first. Like, we're not always going to be feeling it. In fact, I would tell you most days, and you'll hear this if you hear highly successful people talk about it, they're not successful because they just feel like getting to work every single day. No, they have the same challenges and obstacles to overcome that we all do. But are you moving first even when you don't feel like it? Like, what do you do when you don't feel like putting in the work? Do you still put it in, or do you sit on the sidelines that day? Because either you are going to decide to put yourself through hell, or the world will put you through its own version of it. Days are not going to be easy. The work's not going to be easy. We're not always going to want to do the work, but either we're going to show up and do it anyway, or we're gonna let the world around us dictate what happens with our day and ultimately with our life. And if we don't decide to put ourselves through the hell of doing the hard work it's gonna require to win and succeed, and doing it even when we don't feel like doing it, then the world's gonna put us through its own version of hell, which is gonna be the result of our life and not becoming who it is that we were capable of becoming along the way. And you know what? If you're going through hell, why would you stop there? Are you crazy? Seriously? And too often we stop doing the activities that are gonna move us forward because it's hard, because it's work, because we don't feel like it. No, that's not what you gotta do. You gotta move as if you're on fire. You cannot stay still. You can't move casually with this opportunity we have to build our own business, to build our own life in real estate, and to build as lucrative of a life as we possibly could with the opportunity in front of us. So freaking go, move with it. So 2 things to sum up the habits. You got to get your mind right, and sometimes you've got to move even when you're not feeling it. Because if your mind's right, you'll start feeling it more and more, but there's still going to be days where you're feeling off, where you're feeling exhausted and tired, and you've got to decide that you're going to show up and move forward anyway. Because once you're in motion, sometimes that actually is what triggers the mindset being right. So sometimes you just got to move first. But having both moving in alignment is the best thing, and it's going to help keep you moving forward more often than not. But the third thing that you're going to want to do to get unstuck in real estate comes down to your actions. So there are 5 key actions that will really define how productive every single hour you spend in real estate actually is. 5 key things that you're gonna wanna spend the bulk of your time doing. And anything but one of these 5 key things, honestly, is not a productive use of your time in real estate. So assess that. But the first of these 5 key actions is your relationships. This is your warm audience. This is anyone that you currently have a connection with, an existing relationship. And here's what you gotta know about that. You can 100% get your first 5 deals done by tapping into this warm audience that you've already got. It's not gonna happen instantly. It's not necessarily gonna happen based on your first contact with people, but if you're doing a good job of staying connected with, having conversations, being proactive about it, and staying top of mind with your warm audience and adding value to them, there are 5 deals to be found between your warm audience and the people that they're immediately connected with. And so there's a way to go about that. And if it's not abundantly clear on how to do that from this video, there's gonna be other videos on this channel where I go more in depth into exactly how to do that. But that's the first key, is you've gotta be spending time on your warm audience, adding value to them, creating conversations with them, staying in front of them, staying top of mind, and really seeing who it is that you could possibly get a referral from, just based on some value that you bring to the table and them knowing someone who it could be applicable to in that moment. The second key action that you're gonna wanna do is active lead generation. This is your cold market. Unlike your warm market, these are not people you have an existing relationship with, and hence this is where the real work is in real estate. It's the grittiness and the initiative it takes to actually tap into your cold market, because none of us want to do it. None of us want to go talk to people we don't know. I mean, seldom does someone have that kind of mentality. More often it's like something we'd prefer not to do, but hence that's where the work comes in. And the key with this is to know you can get to 6 figures per year in income with any one active lead generation source. Any one thing. What I mean by that is door knocking, cold calling, or hosting and promoting open houses. You can clear 6 figures of income doing any one of those things consistently throughout the year. You don't even need to do all 3. You can pick one and you can get to 6 figures of income in real estate by doing it. You won't if you go about it casually. You won't if you aren't intentional about it. It's only going to happen if you do it consistently and just become relentless at it and really strive to become the best you could possibly be at any one of those activities. The key should be like focus and hone in and really figure out what your one thing is going to be and do the most that you possibly can with it. The third key action you're going to want to take is your social media presence. And this, but to be clear, I don't mean scrolling feeds. That does not count as any time on this. What counts as time on this is you're posting content. You're creating and posting content because that's how you're going to add value to your audience. It's going to amplify everything else you do. It's imperative that you actually do this because it's how you're going to stay in front of much of your existing audience and the people who are connected with you online. And it's how you reach many people with one post, with one way in which you're communicating with people. You can reach a whole bunch of people in your audience. It doesn't even matter how big your audience is from day one, but tap into your existing audience, start there and build upon it over the course of time. But you should get to a point, at least strive to get to a point where you're consistently on a daily basis posting content of value, something that educates your audience, something that entertains your audience, or something that might be an impactful message for your audience, something that comes from the heart that you share. But if it does one of those 3 things, it will add value and it's going to amplify everything else you're doing between the warm audience, the cold audience. Social media will amplify it and make it worth that much more. But that's not all you got to do. There is a 4th and a 5th thing. The 4th thing is tracking. You've got to track your activity with your relationships. How many calls did you make? How many referrals did you generate from those calls and staying in touch with people? With your active lead generation, how many sessions did you call? How many total dials did you make? How many total hours were your sessions, and how many appointments did you set? How many signed contracts did those appointments generate? And if you know all that information, you're going to be able to figure out exactly how many of those activities you need to do in order to get a closed deal done. Social media, how many posts did you make? How many watch hours? If you're posting video content, you should know the watch hours. And you want to hold yourself to a minimum standard as far as what you're going to accept from yourself activity wise. Because if you're stuck in real estate, you shouldn't feel bad if you're actually putting in the work on productive activities. I would bet you though, up to this point in time, if you're feeling stuck, I would bet you that not a high percentage of your time that you're putting into the business is being spent on productive activities up to this point. And if it is, there is something that you're missing on the strategy or tactic side of things. That's all there is to it, because if you're truly using your time in a productive way, doing the things we've laid out here and going about it the right way, you will see results. It's only a matter of time. It's not going to come instantly, but you will see results if you're putting in the work consistently to a point where in the next 2 to 3 months, if you're actively doing these things, like you should start to at least see something happen, at least get a sense that there's opportunity that's about to come your way, or that you're already generating at that point. So let me tell you this, if you feel like you genuinely are using a high percentage of your time on these productive activities, you're not seeing a result, send me an email, reach out, tell me specifically what it is you're doing and what it is, that you're not seeing the result, and I will see what it is on the strategy and tactic side that you might be missing based on the activity you're doing. So send me an email if that's the case. Otherwise, with the tracking, know your minimum standard, define what it is based on the outcome you want to generate, and hold yourself to putting the time, energy, effort, and reps on that activity that you're going to do between the active lead generation, social media, and your warm outreach. And to be clear, you should be doing all 3 of those things, but with active lead generation, pick one form that you're going to focus on and become the best at it, and hold yourself to a minimum amount of activities that you're going to accept of yourself putting in, which ultimately defines the work you're putting into your business every week. And make tracking a game. Have fun with it. Go for a new high score every single month. with yourself. And the fifth thing that you're going to want to do key actions wise is accountability. So you've got to have a system in which you're going to hold yourself accountable. One thing that can help with that is a calendar. Calendars are big. So you're going to want to time block the key activities throughout the week. Make sure there's, whatever time that it's going to take to put the activities in that you're holding yourself to as a standard. It's not enough to just know going into the week you're going to do it. Like, when are you going to do it? Put it on your calendar. Time block it like it's an appointment that you got set that you can't miss, and then go and execute upon it and actually put in the work when it's time to do so. And also, there's a system you can use on top of a calendar called the power list. Power list is you identify what the top 5 critical tasks are that you can complete in the next day to move the needle forward in your business and life. You define what those actions are and you make a list. And as you're going throughout the day, you want to check off every single item of the list. And if you do that, that's how you win the day. And you know what? The sooner in the day you can do that, the more likely it is that you'll be productive and effective going throughout the day, because you could get to a point where it's relatively early in the day and you've already done what the 5 key critical tasks are that are going to move the needle forward for you the most in that day. If you do that, guess what you did? You win the day, you win enough days, you win the month, you win enough months, guess what? You win the year, ultimately you win your life, and that's how you do it. You have a system, that's what's gonna start to take these thoughts, we're cultivating, developing that mindset, but it turns the thoughts into things, into key action items that are actually gonna translate into the result you would like in your business. And we can remove the mystery from it. If it's a mystery up to this point, I would bet you that you haven't implemented what it is I've talked about, at least not to the extent that you could possibly do it to move the needle. And so go and implement it. You know exactly what you need to do. You don't need to know more, you need to move more. That's the key with all this. So go and apply it. Stop getting ready. Stop going to trainings and learning. I mean, yeah, go to trainings, but the key is apply what it is you need to do up to this point. There's always more to learn. But the reason you're not where you are isn't because you don't know enough. It's because we haven't taken enough action up to this point. And so take action, but implement these activities that I shared with you to get unstuck in your real estate business. Look at what you need to change. Look at your habits and really start to implement habits that are productive with where it is you want to go, not where it is you've been. There's going to be change that needs to happen in order to do that. And then look at the key actions that are going to move the needle forward in your business, and make sure that you're spending the time and putting in the effort that's required to move the needle forward in your business and life, and that you're tracking and ultimately holding yourself accountable to doing what it is that you need to do. And if you do that, we're going to get unstuck. We're going to go places. And at this point, let me tell you this. If there is anything that I could possibly do to help you now or in the future, go ahead and reach out, send me an email, let me know where you're at in the business, how it's going up to this point, how long you've been at it, and what your next goal and milestone is along the way. And also anything you can share insight-wise as far as what you're doing activity-wise and how that's going. If you let me know that, I'll come back at you with some value and see how I can help build and improve upon what it is you already got going, so that you can move closer to your next goal and milestone that you got. And beyond that, if you got any value whatsoever out of this video, all I'd ask is that you like, comment, and hit that subscribe button so that I can continue to share more tips and resources with you in the time ahead. I hope this helped. Keep going. Whatever you do, do not stop, and let's keep building upon what it is you're doing in real estate, because the opportunity is so great. It's too great to slow down or to bow out. You've got to stick with it, keep building upon it, and ultimately we'll get unstuck. But that being said, thank you so much for watching the video, and until next time, I'll look forward to seeing you on the next video.